Hey everyone, it's been a while since I've done like a tutorial video on this channel, and today I am honored to be partnering with Adobe to bring to you two very simple yet crazy good editing tricks that could really up your video editing game. So let's get on it. Now, I've been using Adobe Premiere Pro for God knows how many years, many years throughout my entire career, and it is pretty much my bread and butter. And if you're keen to try the software out, you can head over to the description link and try it for free for 30 days. Or if you want to try something that's more beginner friendly, you can try out Premiere Rush. So the two editing tricks that I want to share with you guys are number 1, animating keyframes, and number 2, speed ramping. So let's start with animating keyframes. Let's go. Okay, so the very first trick that I want to share with you guys is smooth animations using keyframes. Now, don't get boggled by the word animations. I know it can sound crazy, but what I'm going to show you guys is really simple, and it looks super good, especially when you apply it to your text, your titles, or graphics. Alright, so what we're trying to do right now is to make the Premiere Pro icon appear in front of us, and what you need to do for this is to change the size of it. Basically, right now the icon is the correct size and it's on the right position of the clip or the frame. So all we need to do right now is to animate it, and first of all, you want to click on the clock icon over here on the top left hand corner. Okay, and now we have created our first keyframe. Very good. Now we're going to create our second keyframe. It's over here, so the size is 38.7. It's good to go already. And now I want to change the first keyframe to be 0. Now we have created an animation, so let's take a look. Yep, so that is an animation itself from the value of 0 to 38.7, but it looks very basic, you know what I mean? It's just very linear. As you can see on the speed graph over here, it's just one straight line. So we want to make it more interesting. So what we're going to do is to highlight both keyframes, right click, click on Bezier, and now we have a curve on the speed graph. We're going to just punch it in to show you guys, and let's watch it now. Not too bad, okay? So yeah, it's definitely smoother, but we can still do better. So what I usually do right now, okay, is I'm going to select again, and I'm going to, you can see this line over here. This is where you can drag it to change the curve of it. So I'm going to just drag it down a bit to match the bottom, and I'm going to pull it until slowly you can see like a mountain shape. So I'm going to just pull the left hand side as well, and right now you will create a very steep mountain shape for the speed graph. Okay, so let's watch to see what this looks like. And there you have it, a very smooth like animation, and I like to describe this feeling as the push and pull effect, like a wave, like not linear just going forward, but a wave like that. So we can then also use the same method of changing the speed graphs of your keyframes for other values such as positioning to create really smooth motion. Alright, one point I forgot to mention is that you should click on the anchor point and make sure that the crosshair icon is at the center of whatever graphic or text that you're working on. Okay, now that we have understood how to create really smooth looking keyframe animations, we can now move on to the second trick, which is speed ramping. So let me just show you an example of what speed ramping is. Alright, so basically what speed ramping is to speed up a clip, and this is very widely used by a lot of creators, and it is very effective. So there are two ways to do a speed ramp. The first one is to just cut out the end of a clip and then speed it up, and number 2 would be to do a time remap. So let's go on to the first one, which is a lot easier. So now we are at the timeline again, and I'm going to just press the C button around, maybe around here, to cut this point where I want to speed up the clip, and then just right click this, go on to speed duration, and then so by default I've already changed the speed of this clip to 40% because this is a slow-mo clip. Alright, so let's just speed it up to about say 250 right here, okay, and see how it turns out. Not too bad. It does the job pretty well. You could totally use it. It's totally fine, but it is still a little bit choppy, which is where we now want to try out the time remapping part. Okay, so for the second method, the very first thing we want to do is to enlarge the clip. by dragging this line over here, making it really huge. Again, next, you're going to select the point where you want to speed up or slow down. So let me decide around here. Okay, then next, I want to right click on the clip. Okay, go over to show clip keyframes, then go over to time remapping, and then click on speed. So now you will be altering only the speed of the clip. So now you can see this icon over here. This is the keyframe where you can add a keyframe to the clip itself. And now we want to drag this keyframe to make it bigger. Next, okay, you want to then drag this line over here and boom, you are now increasing the speed to, let's say, 400. So right now, this speed is increasing but in a linear way. Okay, we want to make it, again, the push and pull effect, right? We want to have the S curve. So you just want to click on it and you can see this icon. Just want to drag it into an S curve to create that smooth looking motion. So now my intention for this part is to speed up and slow down, speed up and slow down, right? So now I'm going to create another keyframe, do the same thing, drag it out and then lower it back to 100%. Then I'll click on this, drag this icon again to become an S curve. Okay, and let's see how it looks. Okay, so you can see the effect of push and pull. So now I want to transit from this clip to the next clip. I'm going to just select a point where I want to do another speed ramp, so maybe about here. Click on the keyframe icon, do the same thing, drag it out, center it, and then increase the speed, click on it, drag this icon to an S curve, and then now I'll just cut this clip to about here. And now I'm going to connect to my next clip, and let's see how it transits. A bit faster. Okay, yeah, I think that roughly achieves the effect that we're going for. So if you watch this again, slow, speed up, speed up. So in this way, you can create a very dynamic scene with just using keyframes and speed ramping. So this really elevates the quality of your edits when creating really high dynamic kind of scenes. So yes, I hope you guys have learned something useful that you can apply to your video editing. And also don't forget that Adobe is having the From Me to You video community contest where you can submit a video showing your local culture or community and you stand to win amazing prizes from that. So check that out as well in the description link. And that is all. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Peace.